Hello, superstars! Let's get started with today's edition of the Norwood News, the family newsletter for Norwood Elementary School for Baltimore County Public Schools. And this is just where we, on the first and third Thursday of every month, we have the latest news and happenings for our families and our community as part of this school. Now, important updates, which you always like to start with. Changes to the schedule or anything new. Friday, March 18th, all BCPS schools are dismissing 3 hours early. That's one of those 3 days that Dr. Williams announced a while back that he wanted to do for staff wellness to convert from a regular day to an early dismissal day. That means 12:20 p.m. for our school. Friday, April 1st, end of third marking period, and they're getting close to the end of the school year. All BCPS schools also close 3 hours early at 12:20 here specifically. Now, spring break is going to be from Monday, April 11th. They have off that day through Monday, April 18th. So they come back on the 19th, Tuesday. All BCPS schools are closed for spring break. And for Friday, April 22nd is our spring picture day, which we'll talk about in a moment in more detail. Now, our newsletter callbacks is just you can look at the dates and you can go to that newsletter to look at something that's important within that newsletter. You don't have to read it all. So, for example, if you want to look at how to use the calendar online to check for early dismissals that are planned and for school closures, you can go to the one for December 2nd. That's just one example. And you look at those and you can refer back to them, or you can click on this video for the one about absentee notes and explanations of excused absences. How do you excuse absences? That's a very useful video. Now, the latest update on the newsletter contest that we had for the $100 gift card for Save a Lot. Congratulations to, we have notified one of our families, the winner, who is a mother of our third grade student. The winning word that was backwards and hidden from last week was green. And it was written N-E-E-R-G, obviously. And thank you all. We had 20 people who correctly identified it and were in the running. So thank you all for reading, and please spread the word. We get many families that come and ask us questions where the answers are right here in the newsletter. And we give you these options. You can read it, you can skip around, focus on only what you need to know, or you can also listen and watch it like you are now. You don't even have to watch it. You could set it and forget it while you're doing something, while you're cooking, while you're driving. You can listen to it while you're doing something else. So we're giving you these options to make it very easy for you to absorb this information, and you can always call us, the front office, or your teacher, talk to your teacher, or the person mentioned in the particular article, if it's this particular staff member that is offering something. So thank you very much for your support. And speaking of support, we have finally reached our goal of reaching 100 subscribers to our YouTube channel. We were publishing videos that help provide you have easy resources like how to understand report cards, how to know what they're serving for lunch and where the menus are for lunch and breakfast, all these things, how to troubleshoot certain common problems on your student devices. They are videos that are in English and Spanish, primarily on our channel. So you can go check this out. Now, what we're going to be able to do with having 100 subscribers is customize our link so that it's nice and short and easy to remember and personalized. It's not going to be this really long, obnoxious thing that nobody's ever going to know or remember. So thank you. That's what we're going to get out of that. We appreciate your continued support, and spread the word. You can always search for the channel by writing Norwood Elementary School at the top of the search bar on YouTube, and you look for the result that has a blue star as a logo. That's for the Norwood Superstars. Our Norwood Spring Picture Day is going to be coming up soon. We talked about it earlier. It was on April, we have Friday, April 22nd. So for the Spring Picture Day, it's going to be much like in the fall. We're going to get new envelopes with new codes, and you're going to have to fill them out, or you can go online, and you don't need student ID numbers. Some people asked us for that, and we gave them out, but at the end of the day, that wasn't necessary. So this video helps to explain what you need to do to order online. You don't need anything other than the code that's on the envelope, or you can use the envelope itself to send cash in on the day of. Don't send it early, on the day of, and it's going to be the same process. Now, we're going to update you on what the process is for class pictures, because you're going to have the option to do another individual picture or to do just a classroom picture with the teacher, or both if you want to get both. All right, so we'll keep you posted, but we're just reminding you of the date. For the next March Coffee and Conversation, Tuesday, March 29 from 2:15 to 3 p.m., 3:15 p.m. in person. Now, this time is very convenient because if you are picking up your child, you can come here for this chat and then already be at the school to pick up your child. So we're trying to make it very easy for you, for those who maybe walk to the school or they just drive to the school to pick them up. And we're going to be talking about how you can get more involved with the school by way of either volunteering options. We're going to talk about the status of the PTA, and we're going to give you some more information about upcoming events, and also ask for your input as to what kind of events you want to see now in person at Norwood. Now that things are changing, and we're having more people allowed in the building, and volunteers and visitors. So nonetheless, please come, and we would love to see you. We're going to have refreshments available, and we're going to have it in the cafeteria. So this will be our first one in person since the start of the pandemic, and we're super excited to see you there. Hope we can see you there, Tuesday, March 29th. Our Scholastic Book Fair wrap-up. Miss Boblets is elated. She cannot thank you enough for your support. The kids were so excited. They were buying so many books that they had to do a second order in the middle of the week, and they still ran out of a lot of books. So there were some really popular ones there. So we're sorry if you tried to get one and you couldn't because it was running out. Nonetheless, you can still order some books online by clicking on this link that we're going to have here, which takes you to the Norwood specific page for the book fair, and it's available till March 20th. And you can shop the store by clicking. This is on a computer. On a mobile phone, it might be a little more condensed, but that's going to be how this basically looks. So thank you for your continued support, and we will look forward to getting more books for our library as a result of the proceeds from the sales. Now, we've tweaked this a little bit for local vaccine services and clinics. It's the same number. If you would rather talk to someone and explain your situation to find what you're looking for when it comes to a COVID vaccine, maybe you have a mixed family that has some getting one type and one or another, you can talk to someone a little easier to figure that out and see if a place offers it all or if you're going to have to go on different days. But you can call 1-855-634-6829 for the Maryland GoVAX number, and just follow the menu prompts for your language and anything else that they're asking you for. You can click on the link to use their vaccine finder for GoVAX, for Maryland, and for CDC, which will do the entire United States. You can click on the English site or the Spanish site for basically the same idea, finding a place to do vaccines for the flu, for school, or even for COVID specifically. Registration for pre-K and kindergarten students has begun, although pre-K we are still working on some things. There were some changes made and we're waiting for approval, so we don't have the packets for pre-K yet. But we can take down your information and we'll gladly put you down on the list so that when we have it, we can send that out to you. We're going to have 3 days in which you can come, our roundups, and bring your completed applications with all your supplemental materials. It's listed on one of those first pages. It's a checklist of what you need to bring, and you can ignore the things that don't apply. Like if you're not transferring, you don't need a transfer packet from a previous school. But your child has to be 4 years old on or before September 1st to be age eligible for pre-K, and that means eligible to apply. It's not mandatory. It's a kind of a first come, first serve based on income and other needs. Now for kindergarten, which is mandatory, everybody has to do kindergarten. By age of 5, you have to be your birthday by September 1st, 5 years old, to qualify to be able to start kindergarten. If not, you have to wait a whole other year, even if it's September 2nd. That is the way it has always been. For more questions, just call the front office, or you can talk to your child's teacher if you have questions about a sibling, maybe perhaps. Now, March ELA unit overviews for families. We always have one for math in the beginning and then one for ELA for reading and writing on the second newsletter of the month. So this time it's for ELA. So here are the links, only in English, but for each grade level you can click on and look those over with your children. Hearing and vision notices were sent out only to families where your child failed one or both of the screenings. So if you did not receive anything, you're fine. But if you did, your first step is to make an appointment with your child's pediatrician or primary care physician and to just take them there so they can be looked over and evaluated medically and then be assessed as to where they have to go. What kind of specialist, what kind of situation, maybe it was just a mistake, an off day. There's a lot of things that can happen. So don't go looking for a specialist right away. Just first with your primary care provider, make an appointment. That is your first step. And if you have any questions, that it's all written down for you to notice that you got. But you can call Nurse Debbie at 443-809-6029, or you can send her an email through the information you see here. All right, that's our newsletter for this time period. So thank you very much for watching and reading and being with us and supporting us. We hope you have a fabulous weekend and rest of the week. Spring break is just upon us. We're almost there, guys. We can do it. So have a fantastic time. And as always, keep on learning. Thank you.